I'm still not sure how to edit. So I'm making a brand new video because it was way longer than I expected, and some of the information I thought it through, and it's older information. I think everybody knows it now, and does it, more importantly. So this is going to be a lot less information than the other one, but hopefully it won't be like 22 minutes long either. I'm aiming for more like 15, but turn off the lights. This is several different ways to save electricity on electricity. If you're spending, it'd probably be about $10 to $20 depending on where you live if it was 24/7, but nobody really does that, or almost nobody. But say you have it on 16 hours a day. Could you do 8 or 12 and maybe save $5 to $10 a room? Especially right now, you'd probably save more. Check for air leaks. Is the window whistling? Check the door, the bottom of the door, and the side where you open it. When you shut it, does it still have air coming through? You may have to put towels or blankets under the door. I've done it many a time. Replace the air filter. I'm not in that situation, but I have been. If you have an old-timey air conditioner the way I do, you also have to take and of course, at least in mine, it's not disposable. You just wash it a certain way. It has its instructions. The maintenance man gave me the instruction manual when he took it out of the trailer. I had it down in my old apartment. He brought it up here to this one, and I still have the manual. It tells you exactly how to do it, and within a few hours, I can use the air conditioner again. Shut the door. If you have rooms with doors, you might want to keep them shut to keep the air or the heat in. And of course, the outside ones for sure. My dad used to scream, "What are you trying to do? Heat the outside?" And it's true. It will save you a lot of money on your electricity. Program your thermostat. My niece does this one. It can save about 10% a year on your light bill, roughly, just by lowering it 7 to 10 degrees when you're not home, and then about 20 to 30 minutes before anybody gets home, turn it back up to the comfortable temperature. And you can do that all remotely now with these. Don't run your appliances unless they're full. I do this definitely with my dishwasher. If you have a washing machine or dryer, definitely use it. Me and my sister have to go to the laundromat, but definitely. Check for phantom energy. This is kind of outdated in a way. It doesn't really save most people that much money, but if you have certain gaming devices, it might. A lot of cable boxes, and I know not many people have cable anymore, but if you still have cable, certain companies, I know Comcast, which is what we have around here, it made my light bill back in 2014-ish, 2015 maybe, go from 23-ish to almost 50. So it more than doubled my light bill. And they called when I started turning it off 32 hours a week, because I was gone from about 7:30 to about 4. So it was really more like 8.5 hours, roughly. But we'll say 32 to 35 hours a week. And then when I'm got home, yes, I turned it on, and I usually left it on at night because sometimes I would get up in the middle of the night and watch it. But it was more reasonable then. Yes, it went from like 23 before I had cable at all to about 30 to 35, which I considered more reasonable. And yeah, I could have turned it off when I went to bed and probably saved even more. And it may have gotten better since then. But and most stuff now has, like my DVD player has on the very back of it, 5 watts. That's the max watts it ever uses. That's what that means. And so you go by how much the maximum wattage is when you figure it out. But realize, if it's not on, it's not using near that much. In fact, it might not be using much at all. But if you have 4 or 5 gaming systems because you or your spouse play, and you have 3 kids and they all have different gaming systems, and I think it's a little less complicated than that now because you can share between platforms now, I think. So if if your friend has a PlayStation and you have an Xbox, you can still play a lot of the same games or whatever. So, but, still, what I would recommend doing is look at your old light bill from, like, say, last month. That's for the month the most recent bill. And look and see what the reading date is, the meter reading date. At least the 2 companies I've always had electricity through have that. And say if it says between the 11th and the 13th, pick one of those days and start unplugging them when they're not in use. And you can choose to leave them on overnight or not, but definitely when everybody's gone to school or work or wherever and they're not going to be using it, and see how much it saves you, and see if it's worth the effort. If it only saves you $3, you might decide that it's still worth it, or you might not. But if it saves you $50, I'd say almost everybody would say, yep, definitely worth it. Adjust your refrigerator. I think most people do that now. In fact, at the day program I went to, the psychosocial day program I went to, and they still have to do it since they cook there. They gave us a free lunch every day, and still do. I still go one day a week, but anyway, they have to actually have a thermometer in each of the top and bottom parts, like regular refrigerators, and in freezers they have to have one, and they have to keep it at or below a certain temperature. So just make sure that it won't ruin your food. But if it seems to be a big expense for you, you might want to do that. Ask for discounts and incentives. Definitely. Where I'm at, they don't offer a discount, or they don't penalize you if you don't go paperless, or give you a discount if you do. And depending on your situation, it might be good, depending on the hours they offer. I know for me it wouldn't be good, but you might decide, I'll run the air conditioning at 3 a.m. and I'm gone during the day, during the peak hours. But from where I'm home all the time, yes, I could run the dishwasher at 3 a.m. But during the summer, I'm going to be home at 11 a.m. and I don't want to have a heat stroke in my apartment. So, you see what I'm saying? But for you and your situation, it might save you $50 a month or $25 a month or however much. Or it could make it go up. But you can always try it for a month. Most light companies will let you try it for a month or 2. And if you don't like it, you can go back. So, but just a few ideas, and I'm very happy with the time. It was getting well over 20 minutes. Like, I want to say it was 22 minutes and something. But like I said, it had old information, and I talked about how most people don't do this or that anymore, or they already know to do this or whatever. So I didn't see the point in keeping it in this video. But I probably offered 10 or so tips on how to lower your electric bill, and I hope you're able to use them. And with that said, like, subscribe, comment, and tell me what you think about my videos. This is about my 6th or 7th one, but also it's just been, I've done like 2 batches. Like I said, I'm going to do them in batches. On days when I do feel good and I don't have doctor's appointments and stuff, I may do, like, I think I've done 4 or 5 today, not counting the ones I scrapped completely. So, you know, but then other days I can't do anything hardly. So I thought that this was the perfect way to do it. But you'll get 3 to 4 a week, definitely Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I'm going to try and do a bonus one for the next 2 weeks. I have one scheduled for one Saturday, and then the next week on a Sunday, I believe. Or it might be a Sunday and then a Saturday, but I think it was a Saturday and then a Sunday. And I'm going to try and do that most weeks, so you'll get 4 videos a week. But please let me know. And please share these if you like them and find them useful. And with that said, I hope you have the wonderful rest of your day. Bye.